Hello. I've decided to film a quick video to provide some visual aids to accompany some of the stuff I was talking about in a recent blog post I wrote about the kind of wildly different skill set that's required for a VR first-person shooter as opposed to the classic twin stick or keyboard and mouse shooters we've been playing forever now. So I'm just gonna get right into it. All right. So to start, so those shots were all really bad. In a classic first-person shooter, you sort of always know where you're aiming. You've got that crosshair in the center of the screen, and you pull the trigger, it's going to go there. There might be some variation there from recoil or the game penalizing you for hip firing, but it's not really there in these. If I just kind of point and shoot, I don't kind of get the results you'd want. It takes a lot more effort to sort of get a feel for where your gun's actually pointing, because it's not the same as just where you're looking anymore. And this kind of brings me to the other thing. There's this sort of gun awareness you gotta have now. Like, this one's kind of easy to reload, but there's really a wide variety in, how these different guns will be reloaded. I'll just empty the clip here, and so I don't actually know where the clip is on this one. All right, there. So a lot of the time you can just press this button to eject the clip with certain weapons. This one's not like that. You've got to actually physically take it off and then get the new one on. And a lot of them have the little cocky thing over here, but that's not true of all the guns. So it has a very tangible impact on your gameplay if you don't know how to use that specific gun. The same kind of applies to aiming. In Call of Duty, you might just press R1 to aim down your sights, but here you've actually got to find the sights and not hit yourself in the face when you go to look for them and figure out how to line them up. So, and that kind of varies a lot from gun to gun. So there's this kind of getting a feel for where you're pointing, and then a lot of guns you got to shoot two-handed, or recoil will be crazy and accuracy's all wrong. And that kind of adds this other degree of complexity to it. So right now, the relative positions of my hands kind of make a big difference. If I just move one hand a little bit, it has a pretty dramatic effect on where I'm shooting. Obviously, none of this is too major if you're properly using the sights, but I suspect nobody on the internet is actually doing that. I think they're just much better at aiming these things without looking than I am. All right. So some of these guns actually, you gotta cock them and no clip on this one, just one bullet at a time. All right, so that's pretty much it. Oh, one more thing. It's kind of real tough to keep an eye out for where you're aiming. So let's say I'm not using the sights right now. So that's where that bullet went, right down there. Let's say I wanted to aim at that target guy over there on the left. I don't really know when I'm doing it right. You only really get that feedback when you actually pull the trigger and hit something, and that's actually pretty good. But yeah, you've kind of really got to hold the gun in front of your face, and if you're looking around and trying to shoot in a new direction without lining it up pretty quick, you can't do that like you can in sort of a traditional first-person shooter. I've run out of things to say now, so I'm ending the video.